Hey guys, all right, today I have another reformer workout for you. It's gonna be a full body, 60-minute workout. This workout we're gonna use no props at all. So all you need is yourself and the reformer. Well, that's quite a big prop, but just your reformer. If you have a squishy pad, you will need that for a little extra comfort. So I have this little thin one for my front platform. It's just gonna provide a little extra comfort for those feet at times. So if you have one, great, grab it. Okay, if you're on a different brand of reformer and your platform is soft or coated, then you don't have to worry about it at all. I am on a balanced body reformer, so I have an infinity foot bar. If it looks a little different, that's why. But no matter what reformer you have, we are going to start with that foot bar all the way down and out of the way. Okay, so you don't need it at all for the first few exercises. We will move it up after we get a little ways into the workout. I'm on one blue spring, which is a light spring for me. If you are on balanced body, one blue spring is great. If you have an extra light spring, a yellow spring for balanced body, that is also a great option. So if the blue feels aggressive, that's the one you want to switch to. Please don't be afraid to do that and go with what works best for your body today. Okay, everybody's at a different point, so please feel free to change that. We will change the springs a couple times, but for the most part, you are going to stick to that one light spring. You're going to be using both short and long loops, so have those ready. All right, and we're going to start with some core activation, so let's get right to it. We're going to start with our knees on the platform today, all right? So you're going to bring both knees right onto that squishy pad, okay, and they're just underneath those hips. You want to bring your hands onto the carriage about midway, but you want to make sure that your hips are open, okay, and that your wrists are underneath your shoulders, all right? So find that alignment. I have a mirror that helps me a little bit, all right, but I want you to find that alignment in your own body. Now, I want you to make sure that your ankles are not resting on the foot bar, that you have them elevated, all right? Your inner line of your foot can be touching, that's fine. We're gonna breathe and lift up between those shoulder blades, okay? I want you to pull those inner thighs up and into that belly button. And from here, we're gonna inhale as we open up the carriage, a little shoulder hinge, sending those palms forward, okay? And then we're gonna bring it back on that exhale. Good, we're gonna inhale. Let those palms drift away from the shoulders, holding that core nice and tight. We bring it all the way back into the bumper. Good, inhale, take it all the way out, lengthening from the crown of the head. Good, keeping that belly button drawn up and in. You can think about it coming right between those shoulder blades at the mid-back. Good, inhale, taking it out. Good, and if you want to open up that carriage a little bit more every time, the more you start to feel comfortable, and you find that alignment and that control in the body, find that little shake all the way through the torso. Inhale. Exhale as you bring it back, keeping the front of the body nice and open. Good, let's go for 3 more, right here, just like this. We have a little plank sequence to start class. All right, so we're gonna get pretty heated with all this planking. Last 2. Our next version is going to be a side plank, so we're getting right into it. Last 1. Good, bring it all the way back in to the bumpers. All right, from here, you're going to turn. I'm going to turn to let's turn to my right side so that I'm facing you guys. So my right forearm is going to come down onto the carriage. Now I'm going to walk my feet onto the platform. So your hips can be down on the carriage if that's more comfortable to get set up. My left foot is in front of my right foot, so I have a staggered position. From here, I'm going to find the best alignment of my right elbow underneath my right shoulder, and keeping that pinky finger connected to the carriage, I'm going to take my hips and I'm going to lift them up. Okay, now both knees are bent, and I want you to glue those inner thighs together. My left arm is going to come up towards the ceiling. If you need more support, bring it to the carriage. All right, from here, we're going to take that carriage 2 inches out, opening up the front of the body, and then bringing it back those 2 inches. Good, open up 2 inches, and bring it back 2 inches. So the angle at the back of the knee, the angle at the front of the hip, that changes. Okay, but we keep those hips stacked. We keep that right shoulder over that right elbow. Good. Now on your next one, we're gonna go 4 inches out. So a little bit further, not all the way, but almost, and back. 4 inches out, and back, keeping those hips lifted. You've got got 3. Good, last 2. Good, last one, keep those knees together. On your next one, you're gonna inhale, take it all the way out, and then bring it all the way back in. Kiss the bumpers if you can. Inhale, take it all the way out. Exhale, bring it all the way back. Good, you've got 4 more right here. Hang on to it. Good, stay lifted out of that shoulder. Whew, this warms you up real fast, right? Last 3. Good, we got 2 more. Exhale, bring it back. Keep those knees together. Inhale, lengthen it out. We got 1 more right here. All the way out. And bring it all the way back in and set those hips down, guys. Woo! Nice job. All right, center plank on the hands this time. Okay, so both hands, well, we were on the hands before, but we're gonna be on them again. We won't be on our knees though, that's the difference. So you're gonna turn those toes under on that platform. Okay, both hands are nice and flat in the middle of the carriage. Spread those fingers out nice and wide and find that little suction cup right at the center of your palm. Breathe into the back side of the ribs. Spiral the biceps forward. And now we're gonna inhale as we hover the knees and take that carriage all the way out to our best plank. Whew, all right, that side plank, keeping me up real fast. All right, so from here, shoulders are over those wrists, okay? We're breathing into the back rib cage. We're drawing that belly button up and in. Okay, those inner thighs are coming up right alongside the spine. We're gonna inhale as we send those palms forward, extending that plank, holding the structure at the pelvis, and then we bring it all the way back. So nothing is changing. That body holds that nice strong structure. Exhale as you draw the wrists back under the shoulders. Now, remember, those elbows are soft. Okay, we don't want to lock into the joint, okay, and rely just on those bones holding us up. We want to think about those muscles that surround those joints. Good, you got it. Good, keep it going. We're gonna add a pike into this. So on your next one, you're gonna extend that plank forward. And as you bring it back, you're gonna bring it back to the start position. And now we're gonna lift those inner thighs up alongside the spine, pulling those hips up. And then we're gonna inhale as we take it back to our plank. Good, send those palms forward for that extended plank. Bring it back and reach those hips up and back for that pike. I want you to find those inner thighs, and those inner thighs help that low belly lift up and back. Hinge those arms to those shoulders forward. Bring the wrists back under the shoulders. Pike those hips up and back, kissing the bumper with that carriage. Nice long plank. Extend it forward. Bring it back. Good, hinge those hips up and back. Big, big, big reach with those sitting bones. All the way back, we got 4 more. Extend that plank. Woo! Feel that tremble as you take it out. Reach those sitting bones up and back. Good, inhale, lengthen. Reaching the carriage forward. Bring it back under you. This is 3. Reach it up and back. Good, you guys, we got 2 more. Hang on to it. Good. Feel those transverse abdominal muscles as you take that plank out into that extended position. Last 2. Good. Pike those hips up and back. Good. Take it back to your plank. Extend. This is your last one. Bring it in. Pike those hips up and back. Good. On your next one, you're going to hold that plank. You're going to hold that beautiful plank, and that's all you're going to do. Spiral those biceps forward. Lift out of that mid-back. You're here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and bend those knees and bring it in, guys. Woo, take a quick little roll of the wrists. Okay, I know those take a burden a little bit. Okay, now we're gonna come into that side plank on the other side. So staggering those feet, my right foot is in front of my left. Now my left forearm is on the carriage. Hips are all the way at the very edge. Okay, we're gonna find that alignment of elbow underneath shoulder. That is our most stable and strong point. So I want you to make sure that alignment holds true the whole time. Okay, right arm is gonna come up to the ceiling. We're gonna inhale as we lift those hips up off the carriage. Now, we're gonna inhale as we take it 2 inches out, and back in. I want you to focus on changing the angle at the back of the knee and the angle at the front of the hip. Okay, that opens and closes as we come back. All right, let's go for 4. Then we're gonna take it 4 inches out. Good. Last 2, keep those inner thighs glued together. Good, on your next one, you're gonna go 4 inches out. So not all the way, but almost there. And back. Good, out and back. 4 more. Good, you got it. Hang on. I know it starts to get shaky. We've been in this plank for a while. Last 3. Woo. Good, you've got 2. All right, now we're going all the way out. Bring it back. All the way out. Extend those legs all the way and bring it all the way back in. Good. Reach, extend it all the way out. Hold that alignment, shoulder over elbow. Let's try to go for 4 more. Good, if you need to reset, reset. Last 3. Woo, getting shaky over here. Last 2. Good, and last one, you guys, don't collapse. Hang on. Woo, and send it all the way, and almost lost it there. Nice job, you guys, nice job. All right, now we are gonna move that foot bar. Okay, see, I'm pushing myself right along with pushing you. All right, here we go. Foot bar all the way in the most upright position you have on your reformer. Now with my infinity foot bar, mine comes straight up. Okay, if yours does, fantastic. If not, just bring it into the most upright position. Okay, from here, we are gonna add on a heavy spring. So I've got a red and a blue on my machine. Okay, 2 springs if you're on another brand will probably be just fine. We're not gonna focus on the carriage moving for this part, okay? Last of the plank work, okay? So hands are gonna come onto that foot bar until the end anyway. We have one at the end. Wrists underneath those shoulders, so get right over that foot bar. Now, your feet are gonna come all the way back. We're not gonna move the carriage, okay? So if you have a long reformer like I do, or you're really short like I am, you'll have plenty of space. If you need to move the carriage, take it down to that one light spring again. So you'll take off that heavy one, okay? Otherwise, we don't want the carriage to move too much. From here, all 10 fingers are on the front side of the foot bar. We're gonna push up. So we're gonna exhale as we bend both elbows and then come all the way back up. Good, bend both elbows and come all the way back up. So my carriage is going out just a little bit, okay, to find that alignment, but it's not a lot. Good. Elbows track wide. My collarbones follow those elbows. Okay, breathing into the back of the ribs as I lift up. All right, let's go for 4. Good, last 3. If you can only come halfway, only come halfway. Okay, if it's a mini push-up, go for that mini push-up. Good, you guys. All right, on your next one, you're gonna hold that plank. Now we're taking our feet up to the shoulder blocks, okay? So now, we're really elevated, right? Wrists over, or wrists under shoulders, and we've got those toes up. From here, same thing. We're gonna push up and bring it back up. Okay, carriage slides out just a bit. Good. All right, you guys. Woo! I'm gonna count us down. We got 3. Good, last 2. Last 1. All right, guys, on your next one, hold that plank. You're gonna elevate your right leg. So right leg is gonna come off the shoulder block, okay? Now, from here, we're gonna do a mini push-up. So elbows are gonna bend halfway, and we're gonna halfway up. Okay, halfway, and halfway up. We got 4. Good, inhale up. Last 3. Good, you got 2. Woo, we're almost there, guys. One more leg. Last one. All right, set that right foot down. Left foot hovers. Here we go, mini push-ups, just 6. Bend and lift. Bend and lift. You got 4 more, this is it. Woo, shaky. Good. Last 3. Core is nice and tight. Last 2. way down to the carriage. Knees down. Woo, guys, all right. We're done with the planking for now. We're gonna come into some jumping lunges. So come off to the right side of your machine, okay? Foot is on the floor. Left foot is up against that shoulder block. So find a spacing where you're standing right over, the right hip is right over the ankle, okay? Now, hands are gonna come to that foot bar because we're gonna need that support. We are in a heavy spring load. Okay, so we've still got that one red, one blue, okay? One heavy, one light. From here, we're gonna bend that right knee. So, right knee's gonna bend, left leg goes long. We find a lunge. Inhale as you lift up. Now, I want you to focus on keeping that left leg as straight as possible now. That's the one over the carriage. Okay, we fully lift up and open that right knee as we stand. Okay, now in your lunge, right away, I want you to focus on alignment because we're gonna start to layer on quite a bit, and I want you to find the right type of landing, okay? So, your right knee, as you bend into that lunge, comes right in the center of the footbed. Find that alignment. My kneecap tracks with my big toe and my second toe. Keep that alignment as you work. Good, you guys. Now, think about your right sits bone. Center of the right glute reaches away from my right kneecap, so I find as much length on that right thigh as possible. My belly button is pulled up and in always. Good. All right, let's go for 4 more here, and then we're going to start to fly. Good. Last 3. Both hip bones stay together. Good. We've got 2. Make sure that right foot is really close to your reformer. That's also going to help you find that proper alignment. Last 2. All right, you guys. Last 1. Now on this one, you're going to hold that lunge. As we come up, we're going to shift our weight into the foot bar. Right leg flies off the floor, and then we come back and land in that lunge. We fly, and then we come back. Good. So it's not a gigantic kick. What I want you to focus on is keeping that low back nice and long. We don't want to shorten the low back. Okay, so I'm lifting up. Okay, we practiced all that planking. So now we know how to lift up between those shoulder blades. Breathe into the back side of the ribs. And we get that lift. Support of the carriage helps us. Okay, but we keep that low back nice and flat. Good. Shifting your weight into the foot bar. Try to think about keeping your left leg or those left toes as light as possible. All right, we're going to start to add on. You've got 4 more here. Good. Last 3. It's also going to up the cardio quite a bit. Last 2. We're going to add a little sweep under the body with that right leg. Okay, so on your next one, we're going to find the lunge, right? We're going to fly, but this time we're going to sweep the right leg under the body, bring it back, and find our lunge. Good, bring it up. Sweep the right leg, point the toe. Bring it back, and back to the floor. Up, pull the knee, sweep. Bring it in, and down. Good, so that right hip drops a little bit to sweep that right leg underneath the body, crossing the midline, getting into those transverse abdominal muscles, those deep layers. Good, let's go for 4. Point the toe. I want you to really focus on straightening that right leg as much as possible underneath the body. 3. Whew. Good, you guys. Last 2. Last 1. We're not done. It's just going to change. All right, on your next one, we're going to fly and we're going to pull the knee and round into that knee and come back to the lunge. So it's a knee pull with flexion. Rounding the spine, pulling the knee towards the chin, and then all the way back. Good, bring it up. Curl the knee to the chest. Round into it, so nod your head. Finding that alignment every time you land in that lunge. Woo, we got 4. right, so we got a hold coming up. Last 3. Good, you've got 2. Last 1. All right, on your next one, we're gonna hold it up there. All right, we're gonna come into that flying lunge. Here we are, now my knee is in and out. In, round the spine, out. Nod the chin and round. Take it out. Nod and round. Take it out. For 6. Woo. Last 5. You've got 4. Last 3. Last 2. And 1 more. And bring it all the way down. Find your lunge. Hold your lunge. Okay, take that minute. Hold that lunge. All right, from here, we're gonna bend the back knee. That's your left knee. It's gonna bend and tap the carriage and send it out. Bend and tap, send it out. Now, we have that alignment with the right knee. Front of the ankle. Okay, lining up with big toe, second toe. My hips are staying together. My core is tight. I'm just bending and extending that left leg. Okay, opening up, the hamstring lengthens out. Good. Good, holding it there. You've got it. Keep that core pulled in. You've got 4. Last 3. Last 2. Whew. All right, you guys. On the next one, you're gonna hold that left leg straight one more time. Now, we're gonna take the right heel and we're gonna lift and lower. Lift and lower. We're still reaching for length. Right sitting bone reaches away from the right kneecap. I'm recruiting my inner thigh now to get that heel to pick straight up off the floor. Okay, try not to let that ankle roll. We've got 4, keeping that core tight. 3, last 2. On your next one, you're gonna hold that right heel lifted, and from here, we're just gonna pulse and lift up. Pulse. Okay, so just a little deepening of that lunge, lengthening through the sitting bone. Okay, find that length, find that reach. Good, those inner thighs scissor just a bit to pick us up. Good, and then we level it down. Good, little scissor of those inner thighs. Those inner thighs are leading up into that low belly. Good, if you can focus on that scissor or that tweeze of the inner thighs right now, you'll start to find that shake. We're here for 6. Good, last 5. My heel is lifted. 4. Good, last 3. Woo, we got 2. And last 1. And bring it all the way back in. Woo, boy, all right. We're gonna turn and face the carriage. Okay, right foot is gonna stay on the floor, but we're gonna take ourselves back to 1 blue spring. So take off that red or that heavy. Okay, left foot is up against your shoulder block. The side of your left foot up against the shoulder block. Right foot is on the floor in a turned out position, so 45-degree angle. Externally rotated from the hip, okay? From here, we're gonna lengthen that left leg all the way nice and straight so the back of the knee is open. Arms are gonna come out nice and long to the side, okay? From here, we're gonna draw that belly button up and in, finding that midline. We're gonna exhale as the right knee bends. So the right knee's gonna bend. It's gonna track with big toe, second toe. Watch that alignment. My torso tilts forward because I'm reaching back with my right sitting bone. And then I inhale as I lift up, lifting through my inner thighs, okay? Exhale, right knee bends. Find that alignment with big toe, second toe, right kneecap. That's important, that alignment right there. And bring it back up. Good. Torso is invited to tilt, okay, because you're reaching back with that right sitting bone. It is a lateral lunge. And back up. Left leg does not change position. It simply pushes the carriage out because you're bending your right knee, okay? Keeping my weight center, but I am more loaded in that right leg. My left leg does not have a lot of weight. Good, let's go for 4 more right here. Good, exhale. Inhale to lift. Good, last 3. I want you to fully open up the back of the right knee every time. Good, last last 2. Good, and last one, we're gonna hold. So you're gonna stay in this lateral lunge right here. Hands are gonna come behind the head. So we have airplane arms, elbows are wide. From here, we're gonna rotate my left rib cage towards my right inner thigh. Okay, so we're gonna exhale as we rotate and twist. Inhale, back to start. Exhale, rotate those left ribs to the right inner thigh. So I want you to keep those elbows wide. Now remember, I'm tilted forward, so my eyes are on the springs. And back. Good, finding that rotation from the waistline. Good, let's go for 4. Isometric hold on that lunge. Last 3. Good, last 2. Good, and last 1. Now you're gonna stay low. We're gonna bring those arms back nice and wide, and we're gonna come all the way up to that straight leg, back down into your lunge. Good, all the way up. So we're resetting for another hold. Okay, just full range of motion right here for 2 more. Good, watching that right knee and where it is tracking. It needs to track with big toe, second toe. All right, on your next one, we're gonna hold one more time. Okay, so we're gonna take that lunge all the way down, torso is tilting. From here, we're gonna hold it, and my left knee is gonna bend and extend. My left knee bends, sending that femur bone deeper into the hip socket, and out. Bend and extend. I want you to feel the change at the hip. Good, isometric on that right side. Good, exhale as you bend. Inhale as you extend. We've got 4. Good, last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Extend the right leg and come all the way up, guys. Nice job. All right, now from here, I'm gonna make sure I don't forget anything. Okay, we're gonna come into a single leg, some single leg work in a 4-point kneel. So, rear facing on your carriage, you're gonna bring that long loop around your left foot. Okay, so we're still on 1 blue now. Still 1 blue, all right? 1 light spring. Now, from here, we're gonna come into a bent leg raise on this left side. So you wanna find a place, okay, right away. This gets a little tricky. You're all the way over to the left side of the carriage, as far as you can go. Knees are planted underneath the hips, wrists are planted underneath the shoulders. Before you do anything at all, this is very important, I want you to roll the shoulders down and back, breathe in between those shoulder blades and pull that belly button up and in. That core is engaged. Now we're gonna hover, barely, like we're sliding a piece of paper underneath that left knee. And that left knee is gonna lift out to the side. Nothing else in my body changes. And then I bring it back. You should feel your right transverse abdominal muscles click on instantaneously. Nothing changes with the rest of your body. So that leg lift is very small, very small. Inhale to lift, exhale to lower. I'm not dumping all of my weight into my right leg. Okay, I'm keeping it as center as possible. Good, you've got 4. This is challenging here, so I want you to really hold that core engaged. Keep it tight. Last 3. Good, you've got 2. Good, nice, you guys. On your next one, you're gonna hold it up there. Okay, so we're gonna lift that leg. It's not big because we don't want the low back to change, and we're gonna pulse. Little lift, little lift. Mine's lifting maybe a 1/2 inch. That's it. Whew. We're here for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Set that knee back down. Take your left hand to the outside of that strap because now that left leg is gonna go out and back. Okay, so we're gonna do a little donkey kick. Again, same thing. Breathe into the back body. Engage the core. Hover the knee like you slid a piece of paper underneath that left knee. That left foot is gonna stay flexed. as we take it up and back, bent, stays bent, and then we bring it back under the body. Inhale, up and back, and take it back under the body. So this is where you want those hips to stay quiet. Okay, lots of focus on keeping the body stable. It's the job of the core to stabilize that pelvis as we take that bent leg up and back. Okay, so it's not big. Low back stays nice and long. Good, it's very small and controlled. This is not easy, okay? And I know on one blue spring it makes it extra difficult. We've got 4 more right here. 3. Good, stay with me, we're almost done here. Last 2. Good. Nice, you guys, nice control. Keep that control. The next one's a hold. Just like we did on that lateral lift, we're holding that donkey kick, little pulse from the center of the heel. Nothing changes at the pelvis. Keep it quiet. It's very small. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and take it all the way down. Whoo, guys, that's a tough one. It definitely got me out of breath. It was hard to talk to you. Okay, we're gonna come into some single arm chest expansion. So, my left foot, make sure your headrest is down. Left foot is gonna be forward on that headrest, right knee is under the body. We're gonna take only the left short loop. Okay, you can have left short loop or long loop, whatever feels better in your body. Okay, we're gonna bring that arm long and low, right at the side waistline. Okay, now from here, that right arm is gonna come out into a T. All right, and then I'm gonna find my midline. I'm gonna ground my left foot into the headrest, and I'm gonna ground my right shin. Okay, my right fingertips are at underarm height, and from here, I'm gonna send my left palm back as I rotate to the left, and then I come back to start. Send the left palm back and rotate. Now, when I come back to start, my left arm stays right at the side body, does not come in front of me. I want to keep the core engaged the whole time. So I've got tension on that loop the whole time. On your rotation, I want you to think about those right ribs getting closer to that left inner thigh. Okay, that rotation is important. You're inhaling on the rotation. We're exhaling back to center. That inhale is going to give the vertebrae some space to twist. When that diaphragm drops, we elongate internally. Let's go for 2 more. Good. Keep that left shoulder down. On your next one, you're just going to hold it. Okay, so we're going to send it back and we're going to hold. Just hold and breathe. Keep that left shoulder away from your ear. You're here for 6, for 5, last 4. Woo, we got 3, last 2, and bring it all the way back. Now don't come out of it. I want you to reach down and grab your right short loop as well. So now both hands have the short loops or long loops, your choice. Okay, short loops are going to be more aggressive. Bring those arms long and low by your side. Now if you're on one blue spring, the long loops might feel like a better option today. If you are on an extra light spring, the short loops would be manageable. Okay, so right here, long and low. Both arms are gonna go back on an inhale. Exhale, bring them back to side body. Good, send them back on that inhale. Exhale, stop them at side body. So keeping that core engaged the whole time. We draw that belly button up and in. Now, I am setting you up for a hover, one of my favorite things to do in this staggered kneeling position. Okay, we're gonna find a chest expansion and hold it in 2 more. Good. Nice control right here. On your next one, you're gonna send those arms back and you're gonna hold. Turn your back toes, those are your right toes, turn them under. Okay, now I want you to imagine you're squeezing your inner thighs together. They're gonna lift up along the spine and we're gonna hover and we're gonna hold this chest expansion. For 6, 5, keep that right knee low to the carriage. For 4, last 3, woo, last 2, and set that knee down nice Nice and soft, you guys. Holy cow. All right, we're gonna come into a seated position, okay? We're gonna work on those biceps a little bit more. That upper body is getting quite a burn today. All right, starting with all those push-ups. All right, so you wanna be seated on your carriage, a few inches right behind that tailbone. Feet are on the headrest, okay? My knees are bent. I'm gonna choose my short loops. Short or long loops are an option here. Okay, and those arms are gonna come out so my fingertips are at underarm height. I want you to sit nice and tall on those sitting bones. Okay, now we're not gonna roll yet, but we will start to. First, we're gonna start with just a bicep curl. So we're gonna roll those shoulder blades down the back body. We're gonna exhale as we bend those elbows. Okay, bringing the palms towards the face. And then we're gonna inhale as we uncurl. Okay, we're gonna exhale, lengthening the tricep, shortening the bicep. Okay, and then we're gonna inhale as we release, lengthening the bicep and shortening the tricep. Good. Nice, you guys. Nice controlled bicep curl right here. Okay, core is nice and tight. Now, we are gonna add a roll. So on your next bicep curl, you're gonna curl. Okay, you're gonna hold that bicep curl as you hinge. So we're gonna lengthen back 2 inches with a flat back, hold. Now my tailbone is gonna roll, my low back's gonna roll, my mid back is gonna roll, and from here, my elbows are gonna pulse up 4 times. Up, 2, 3, 4. Hold the bicep curl, come all the way back up to your sitting bones, release the bicep curl. Okay, exhale, shorten that bicep. Hold it, hinge, curl the tailbone, the low back, the mid back. Hold your curl, scooping that belly button up and in. Pulse the elbows, 4, 3, 2. Hold your bicep curl all the way up to the tips of the sitting bones. Release the bicep curl, let's go. Whew, 4 more. Hold your bicep curl, hinge, curl the tailbone, the low back, the mid back. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the bicep curl all the way up. Release the bicep. Holy cow. 3 more. Here we go. Curl the bicep. Here we are. Hold it. Hinge. Tailbone rolls. Mid back, low back, mid back. Hold. Pulse the elbows. 4, 3, 2. Roll it all the way back up to the tips of the sitting bones. Uncurl. We got 2 more, guys. Roll those shoulders down and back. Good, here we go. Curl the bicep. Hold. Hinge. Roll. Holding, holding. You got it. 4, 3, 2. Good, hold that bicep curl all the way back up to the tips of the sitting bones. Release the bicep curl, guys. Last one. Here we go. Curl. Woo, arms are shaky. Hold. Hinge. Tailbone. Low back, mid back, hold, scooping that belly button. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it all the way back up and release that bicep curl and come all the way down. Holy cow. Nice job, you guys. All right, coming on to that staggered kneel, other side, so that chest expansion. This time we have the right foot on the headrest, left knee under the hip, okay? From here, grabbing those, if you had long loops the first time, grab the long loops. I had my short loops, so that's what I'm gonna stay with. But you know what, sorry, we're only gonna grab the right one to start, not the left one, okay? So whichever long or short loop you had, grab that and bring that arm to the side body. Okay, so imagine you had a side seam all the way down, or line your arm up with the side seam on your shirt. Okay, my left arm is gonna come out into a T, okay? Holding that nice long length, I'm gonna ground my right foot and ground my left shin. Finding the midline connection by pulling my belly button and inner thighs up along the spine. I'm gonna inhale as I send my right palm back and my left ribs twist towards my right inner thigh. And then I come all the way back to start. Good, and I say all the way back to start, right? But it's a short range of motion. It is not gigantic. Nice control. Already shaking on this side. Whew. Good, inhale, rotate left rib basket to right inner thigh. You've got it, guys, you've got it. Good, giving that inhale is going to give space to the spine. Making that rotation a little deeper. All right, we got 4. Last 3. Good, you guys, you got 2. Good, last 1. Okay, and I lied, we gotta take that 1 more and hold. Okay, so reset. Okay, inhale, rotate, right arm goes back. We rotate those left ribs, we're holding, we're here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, shaky, 2. Bring it all the way back to center. Good, find that other short loop or long loop, whichever you have on your right hand is what you want on the left. Both arms are gonna come long and low, okay? We're gonna ground those legs. We're gonna start to think about those inner thighs squeezing together, okay? Now, both arms on the inhale, go back. Exhale, back to side body. Inhale, send them back. Exhale, back to side body. You got it. Whew. Good, a little bit nicer when both arms are helping, right? We got 6. Last 5. Good, you've got 4. We're coming into that hover. Last 3. You've got 2. Good, last 1. All right, now we're gonna think about taking a nice hold. Both arms are gonna go back, we're gonna hold. Whoop, find your balance. I lost my there for a second because I tried to look at you. Okay, inhale, take those arms back, hold them. Okay, left toes, turn under. Think about squeezing your inner thighs together to find a hover. Back knee stays really close to that carriage for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and send it all the way down, you guys. Ooh, so nicely done. Set those loops down. We're coming around, all right? We're coming around into that lateral lunge. I have, oh no, I'm sorry, 4-point kneel. Almost forgot it, okay. All right, right foot is gonna take that long loop. You're still on that one light spring, that one blue spring. All right, here we go. Find your best 4-point kneel. Before you do anything else at all, make sure your right arm is on the inside of that strap because we're gonna go for that lateral lift. Knees under hips, wrists under shoulders. Engage the core before you move, okay? Engage, tighten. We're gonna lift that right leg up and down. Good, now imagine a piece of paper is right between your knee and that carriage. That's the amount of lift you want before you go for that lateral raise. So it's not big. Notice my pelvis does not change position. That is the job of my core. It is stabilizing that pelvis. Good. Whew. These are hard, for sure. All right, we got it. We're here for 6. Low back stays nice and flat. All right, you're here for 5. Last 4. You've got 3. Whew. Last 2. On your next one, guys, it's a hold. We're up there, we're holding. We're gonna pulse. 1/2 inch up and down. That's it. Nothing changes. Keep that core nice and tight. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Send that right knee back under the body. Whew, reset. Right hand comes to the outside of that strap. Okay, we find that nice 4-point kneel. Now remember, there's a piece of paper that slips between my right knee and the carriage. Okay, that's the kind of hover you want to find. We're going to tighten the core and we're going to slide that bent leg up and back, and then we bring it back under the body. With control, my knee stays bent. Okay, my pelvis stays quiet. We're rolling that femur bone through the hip to get that lift. We're lengthening the psoas muscle, that right inner thigh, and then hovering it back under the hip. Up and back, and long and low, or not long and low, just low. Up and back. Good, and then sweeping it back under the body. Let's go for 6. We're gonna find that pulse in a minute. Last 5. Good, you guys. Last 4. Good, you got 3. Try to keep your weight center. Good. Last 2. On your next one, you're gonna hold it up and back. We're holding it there. Pelvis is level. Pulse. Pulse. Good. You're reaching the center of that right heel. Just a ½ an inch up towards the ceiling. You're here for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and take it underneath the body. Woo, and come out of it. Nice job, you guys. You can tell, right, when I'm working too. Definitely sweaty on this workout. All right, we're gonna come into that lateral lunge. So you're on one leg spring still, okay? Right foot up against that shoulder block, okay? All right, here we go. My left foot's on the floor, toes turned out at a 45-degree angle. You wanna make sure, most important, that that kneecap tracks with big toe, second toe, right in between those 2 toes. All right, standing nice and tall, arms are gonna come out to that airplane. We're gonna send that right leg long, side of the foot is against the shoulder block. From here, I'm gonna bend that left knee as I reach my left sitting bone back. My torso is allowed to tilt, and then I come all the way back up to a straight left leg. My right leg no longer changes. It's the left leg, okay, that's bending. That ultimately sends the carriage out, not my right leg. It's my left knee bending. This leg extends, right? Because we lower down, so the carriage needs a place to go. Good, I'm keeping my right leg light. My weight is as centered as possible. I'm not letting that blue spring push my hip. I'm resisting that. Good, you guys, excellent. Really reaching that left sitting bone away from that left kneecap. Good, let's go for 4 more. We'll start those layers. Good, keeping that core nice and tight as you reach that sitting bone back. We don't let the belly drop. We hold that core engaged. Good, last 3. Good, let's go for 2. Good, last one, all the way down and up. Okay, now we are gonna take that one last one and hold. So you're gonna bend that left knee. We're gonna hold at our low point. Hands are gonna come behind the head for those airplane arms. Elbows stay wide as we rotate my right rib basket towards my left inner thigh and back. Inhale, rotate. Exhale, back to center. Good, inhale. Now when we first did this on the other side, I did tell you to exhale when we rotated. You can do definitely what works best for your body. I want you to hold good form, but that inhale is gonna give more length to the spine for that twist to happen. Let's go for 4 more after this one. Good, my eyes are on the springs. Last 4. Still reaching that left sitting bone back. 3, twisting from the waist. Good, last 2. We're gonna go back to that full range of motion. Last 1. Good, on the next one, arms are gonna come back out to the side. Straighten that left leg all the way up. Good, and then we're gonna reach that left sitting bone back again. Good, inhale to lift. Good, exhale to lower. Let's go for 2 more because we've got that other hold coming up. Good. Good, last one, all the way down and up. Good, on your next one, we're gonna lengthen out and we're gonna hold. From here, my right knee gets to bend now, so left side's isometric, right knee bends, sending that femur bone deep into the hip and back out. In and out. So I'm probably just bending no more than 2 inches in and out, really opening up the back side of the knee as I take that leg back out. Good, I want you to focus on what's happening at the hip. That femur bone finds its place. Good. Core is engaged. Good, let's go for 4. Whew. Last 3. You've got 2. Whew. And last 1. And bring it all the way up. Whew. Roll out those shoulders. Those arms take a beating just staying up there like that, right? They took it today for sure. All right, we're gonna add on that red spring. So you've got a blue and a red, or a light and a heavy. All right, now, my left foot is gonna be on the floor close to the reformer. My right foot is gonna come up against that shoulder block. You wanna find a place where you're standing over that left hip is over that left ankle, okay? Hands are on the foot bar, okay? Now remember, this is a heavier weight. We're gonna focus on the left knee bending nice and deep, and that right leg's gonna start to straighten out. So we're gonna take that first lunge, right leg lengthens out, and then we can come all the way back up. Now my right leg, the one over the carriage, is gonna stay extended now. That doesn't get to bend in and out with me. Okay, that leg, just like on the lateral lunge we did previous to this, that right leg stays long now. Okay, you're gonna have a little bend to that knee, and that's fine. But I want you to focus on that left knee bending and reaching that left sitting bone away from your left kneecap. How much length can you find on that left thigh? Keeping the right hip in line with the left hip. Okay, and then we come all the way back up. So just focusing on that lunge to start. Good. All right, you guys, let's go for 4 more lunges, and then we're gonna start to fly. Good, last 3. If your toes are gripping the floor, try to relax them. 2. Good, last 1. All right, now on your next one, you're gonna hold that lunge, and then we're gonna fly up from there. Okay, so you're in your deep lunge. From here, we're gonna shift our weight into the foot bar, left leg flies off the floor, and then we come back to our lunge. Good, lifting weight into the foot bar, right toes stay as light as possible. We don't shorten that low back. Good, we keep that low back nice and long, so it is not a big high kick, not a huge arabesque. Okay, you want to keep that spine nice and long. Every time you come back into your lunge, you're finding the alignment of the left kneecap with big toe, second toe, and that left kneecap coming just in front of the ankle every time. I want you to fight for that alignment because that's one of the most common mistakes I find when I'm in the studio. That's the thing I correct the most. Okay, so I want you to find that in your body right now. Listen to my cues, I promise you. Good. Those changes, they're real. They'll happen in your body if you find that correct form. Woo! All right. Let's go for 4 more, and we're going to start to add that sweep under the body. Last 3. Good. Last 2. Okay, last one, just like that. On your next one, we're going to add the sweep under the body. So as we fly, left knee pulls in, we sweep under the body, come back to your lunge. We're going to point the toe, reach the leg across the midline. That left hip needs to dip to get that leg under the body. So allow that dip to happen and bring it back. Good. You got it. Woo, getting into that waistline. Let's go for 4. Those inner thighs, everything, full body. 3. Fully open up that leg. Good. Last 2. Okay, let's just go for 1 more because it's so fun. I love this move. Good. Last 1. All right, on your next one, it's going to be a knee pull. So as you come up, flexion, knee pulls into the chin, and back down to the floor for that lunge. Rounding your spine, curling into that knee, and then we come back to our lunge. Curl, nod the chin. Draw that belly button up and in. Get that inner thigh, pull it up along the spine. Good, you got it. You're here for 6. Good. Last 5. We've got 4. Woo. Last 3. Good. You got 2. We're going to come into that longer hold. Last 1, all the way to up and down. Our next one is a hold. Okay, here we go. We're going to find that arabesque, right? And it's in and out. Rounding the spine in. Taking it out to a flat back. In. How light can you make the right leg? You're here for 6. Whew. Last 5. You've got 4. Last 3. You've got 2. Whew. Last 1. And bring it all the way down. Find your lunge. Okay, we're not done. We're down there. We're in that lunge now. Holding the lunge the way you have it. That right knee is going to tap and extend. Okay? Tap and extend. So, left side, the one on the floor, is isometric now. It's holding. My right knee taps the carriage, and I extend it back out. Okay? Opening up, lengthening the hamstring. Good. Focusing on the back line of the body a little bit. Pull that core in. Good, you've got it. Holding it here. Shoulders are away from the ears. And there's a lot of tension there today because we're doing a lot of upper body work too. Okay, so I want you to really find that release. Good, as we're here for 6. Last 5. Good, you've got 4. Last 3. We're going to find that inner thigh now on that left side. Last 1. All right, hold that leg long now. My left heel is going to lift and lower. Lift and lower. Right side no longer moves. Now we're recruiting the left inner thigh to pick that left heel straight up off the floor. Okay, I want you to focus on those inner thighs being close to one another even though they're not touching. Okay, we want to find the midline of the body. Good, I want you to focus on that ankle not rolling out. Okay, you've got all 5 toes spread nice and wide on the floor. So you have a nice base of support through the ball of the foot. Let's go for 6. Woo! Last 5. Good, you guys. Last 4. We're getting so close to the end. Last 3. You've got 2. Good. On your next one, you're going to hold that left heel up. Hold it up now. We're going to scissor. Inner thighs, tweeze and lower. Tweeze the inner thighs up 1 inch. Pulsing through that left glam line where the glute and the hamstring meet. Right there. A little lift. Focus on those inner thighs as if you had to pick up a piece of paper. Okay, little tweeze up and down 1 inch. Good. You're here for 8. This is it. Last 7. We're here for 6. Notice how my torso is tilted this whole time because I'm reaching that left sitting bone back. Good. Last 4. Good. Last 3. Woo. Last 2. And last 1. Set that heel down and come all the way up, you guys. Oh, so good. All right. We're ending on a plank. All right. So take off that red spring. Now this is one where if you do have an extra light spring, let's go for it. Okay, so no blue. So take off my blue and I'm putting on that yellow. If you have an extra light spring, great. If you don't, keep the blue. Okay, keep that light spring. Now we're reversing this plank. My hands are going to come to the shoulder blocks. Okay, my feet are going to start on the platform. Okay, so if you have that squishy pad there, keep it there. Okay, now. From here, okay, I'm gonna have to come, my carriage is so long, I always forget this. My feet are gonna have to come up to the foot bar right off the bat. So if you have room to keep your feet on the platform to start, do that to get that alignment, but otherwise, we are shifting our weight over those shoulder blocks, woo, and my toes are coming to the foot bar. All right, guys, this is where you're at. If you do not feel like you're up for this today, hands are on the carriage, feet are on the platform, all right? You are right here. Now from here, we're breathing into the back side of the ribs. We're pulling those inner thighs up along the spine, and we're gonna lengthen extending that plank, little shoulder hinge forward and back. Sending the carriage forward 2 inches and back. That's it. It's not big, it's not far. We did a lot of upper body work. All right, we're here for 6. Woo! Last 5. You got it, don't go anywhere. Last 4. You've got 3. Yes, last 2. 1, hold your plank, wrists under shoulders. Hold it here and breathe for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and knees come down to the carriage, guys. Oh, so good. All right, stay rear facing. Knees are gonna go width of the carriage. Hands across the headrest. Whew, and just lengthen out. If you want your arms on the outer side of the reformer walls, that's fine. Or they can be over the headrest, wherever you feel comfortable. Just take that child's pose now. All right, lengthening those sitting bones away from the crown of the head. Whew, let's take 2 big breaths right here. Let's expand the ribs towards the sides of the room. So we're gonna inhale. Feel the rib cage widen. Exhale all that air out. Good, another one. Big inhale, rib cage expands towards the sides of the room. Slowly exhale every last inch out, every last drop of air. Good, you guys. Good, letting that body release. Good, from here, we're gonna take a little pigeon stretch. So that left leg is gonna hook forward. Okay, right leg is gonna be back behind you. Now, once you've got that left leg in a half lotus, we're gonna get onto that right hip, okay? And my left quad is gonna face the carriage. All right, and from here, I'm just gonna really focus on sitting into that left side, opening up the right front of the hip. Good, if you wanna bring your hands to the headrest and kind of fold over that left leg, you can. Good, whatever feels comfortable. If you wanna be up, that's fine. Good, getting a stretch all through the back line of that leg, that left leg. Good, lengthening the front body on the right for 4. Last 3. Good, last 2. Good, coming back up. We're gonna come into a mermaid. Okay, so my left shin is gonna come up against those shoulder blocks. My left foot's gonna stay hooked in front, but now I'm facing the right side of the reformer. Okay, my left hand is gonna come to that foot bar. Right hand is on the headrest. We're gonna start by sending the foot bar away as the right arm comes up and over, reaching for that foot bar. Bicep is over my ear. Okay, so that those ribs stay closed. Holding it here for 4, 3, 2, bringing the right hand to the foot bar and just stretching out a little bit more through those shoulders, letting the chest come down towards the spring, both hands on that foot bar now. Good, holding it here, getting a little stretch through that left glute as well for 4, last 3, 2, good, coming all the way back up, staying in mermaid, right hand comes to the headrest, and now my left bicep reaches over the ear for a nice lengthen out of that left hip, trying to pick those left ribs or waistline up out of the pelvis. Good, holding it there for 4, last 3, last 2. Good, coming all the way in. All right, let's turn and face the foot bar now. Knees are down. I'm gonna bring both palms over to the left side of the foot bar. I'm gonna press away and really kind of press my right shoulder towards the foot bar. So as I press, I'm pressing into that right side body, getting a stretch to the right waistline and that right shoulder. Good, pressing it in. Good, holding it there for 4. Last 3, last 2. Good, reaching my hips towards the right. Good, now staying in that same position, bringing the hands over to the right side of the foot bar. Same thing, reaching my left hips towards the left side of the carriage, pressing my left side body towards the foot bar. Okay, my right arm is kind of loose and just there, all right? But I've got a lot more tension through that left side now. Holding and breathing here for 4, last 3, last 2. Good, switching to mermaid on the other side. So now my right leg is hooked in front, left shin is against the shoulder blocks. We're gonna take that right hand up against the foot bar. Okay, left hand towards the headrest. We're gonna lengthen away from the foot bar as that left bicep comes over the left ear, drawing that belly button up and then reaching that left waistline out of the pelvis. Holding it there for 4. Last 3, 2. Good, turning and facing the foot bar now, both palms. And then I'm gonna just lower my chest towards the springs, opening up the shoulder a little bit. Getting a nice stretch right there for 3. Last 2. Good, coming all the way back in. Left hand comes back to the headrest now. Right arm comes up and overhead. Again, reaching the right waist out of the pelvis. Nice big lift. Breathing here for 4. Last 3. Last 2. Good, coming all the way back, and let's end on that pigeon stretch. Right leg is hooked in front this time. Okay, my left, we're gonna come onto that right shin a little bit so my left quad can get down on the carriage. All right, and from here, I'm gonna round down over that right inner thigh. All right, if staying upright is good enough, you feel just enough stretch right there, stay there. If you wanna get a little deeper, round down over that inner thigh. Good, holding it there for 4. Last 3. Good, every exhale lets that grip go. Last 2. Good, coming all the way up onto both knees. One last stretch right here. Woo, for those arms. Inhale those arms up and overhead. My right hand is gonna, or my left hand's gonna take my right wrist, and I'm gonna pull that right arm up and out of the waistline. Nice big stretch, big side bend, kind of mimicking what we did in mermaid. Holding for 4, for 3, I'm giving a nice tractioning pull here. For 2, coming all the way back to center. I'm gonna traction the other side now. Right hand takes that left wrist, just drawing that bicep over the ear, lengthening, picking that waistline out of the hip, and I'm tractioning. I'm reaching and I'm pulling on that arm. For 4, last 3, last 2, all the way back to center, guys. And you are done. Killer full body workout. Definitely a little bit more upper body focused than usual, and I tend to not do that as much. I definitely love working out the legs pretty heavy. So awesome job today, you guys. You killed it. You always do. I know I've had some requests for jump focused workouts, so those are coming down the pipe, and you will love those because I love to jump as well. So I'll get nice and creative with you. And I know we also want some shorter reformer workouts also. I know everybody's schedule is super busy, especially with kids home, wife's home, husband's home, everybody's in the house. So I'm here for you. Anything that you would like to request, or you have questions, issues about injuries or form, please don't be afraid to ask me. You can find me on social media as well. I am also JessPFit on Instagram and Facebook, so you can find me there. And I will be happy to answer any of your questions, guys. All right, I will see you next time. Nice work.